Seeds and Seeds. Part 2. In part 1 of this chapter, you have learnt about seeds, parts of a seed, how to grow sprouts, seed germination, and about plants that eat insects. In part 2, you will learn about traveling of seeds from one place to another. Yes, this part is about seed dispersal. While going through this chapter, you will learn to understand the meaning of seed dispersal. You will understand the importance of seed dispersal. You will identify the characteristics of seed dispersed by wind, water, explosion, by animals, birds, and human beings. You will also learn the names of native plants and plants which have come from other countries. Orchard versus forest. Look at these two pictures. Can you find any difference? The first picture is of orchard, that is also called as bagicha. The second picture is of a forest, which is also called as jungle. What is an orchard? Orchard is a kind of big area where the gardener plants single variety of plant. And what about forest? Forest is also a big area or land in which you can find different varieties of plants which grow by themselves. Not only plants, but you can find there animals and birds also. Now the question is, how so many varieties of plants grow in the forest? Who plants varieties of plants in the forest? Interesting. Here comes the need of seed dispersal. What is the meaning of seed dispersal or dispersal? This means to spread or moving away to other places. Sometimes when you plan to see your grandparents or to go to picnic, school or to any other place or country, how will you go? Of course, you may go by bus, train, aeroplane, boat, etc. It depends on the place and the mode of transport available. Same is with the seed also. Plants cannot move from their place. Plants are also living things, but like other living things, they cannot move. They are fixed to the soil. And plants produces lots of seeds. If all seeds fall near the parent plant, what problems can be caused? Can you think of any solution of this problem? Look at this picture. This is a picture of a big peepal tree. Peepal produces lots of seeds. If all seeds fall near parent plant, do you know what will happen? Few of the seeds may die, few of the seeds may germinate and grow big, and among all those seeds and seedlings, only few will grow big and become a big plant, but not all the seeds will become a big peepal tree. Why it happens? Let us understand with the help of an example. For example, your father has bought you an apple. You were just going to eat. Just then your friend came to your house. Now what? Will you eat the apple yourself or share with your friend? Of course, you will share with your friend. In the meantime, few more friends came to your house. Oh, 4 more friends. Now what will you do? Yes, when you were alone, you would eat full apple. But when 5 friends came, No doubt, you have to share, and each one will get 1/6 part of an apple. In the same way, if a seed falls on the soil, it needs some space to grow, it needs some air also. So, this seed, when it finds a space and some air and some warmth from the soil, it grow into a seedling and become a plant. Now this plant, it needs sunlight, water and nutrients to grow bigger. This is about only one seed. So one seed needs space, nutrients, air, sunlight and water. But think, if many seeds had fallen in the same space and many plants they grow, what would happen? And here comes the importance of seed dispersal. Seeds need air, water, space, nutrients to grow well. If all the seeds fall near parent plant, they would not get enough space, air, water and nutrients to grow into a big plant. Seeds have to share everything, like you shared your apple with your friends. Some weak seeds would die and the strong seeds would grow into plants. But all plants would not grow into big trees. So it is necessary for seeds to move away from parent plants to grow into big trees. Assignment 1. Write answers. What is the meaning of dispersal? What does a seed need to grow into a tiny plant? What would happen if all the seeds fall near the parent plants? Why? Why is it necessary for seeds to move away to other places from the parent plants? What is the difference between an orchard and a jungle? Write the answers on the basis of your understanding. How are seeds dispersed? It means how seeds move from one place to another. The seeds and fruits are dispersed by wind, water, explosion, animals, birds and human beings. Characteristics of seeds dispersed by wind. The seeds which are dispersed by wind are small and light in weight, have hair-like structure or have wing-like structure. Because of these three characteristics, the seeds are easily carried by wind from one place to another place. Now let us understand how seeds are carried from one place to another by wind by taking some examples which are very common. For example, first is the peepal tree. I think all of you must have seen the peepal tree. This peepal tree is a big plant or big tree which produces uncountable number of seeds, many and many seeds. Many seeds. These are the unripe fruits of peepal, and these are the ripe fruits of peepal tree in which you can see the seeds. These are the seeds of peepal tree, and these seeds are so tiny and light that they are carried away to long distances by wind. Now peepal seeds grow into plants in unlikely places like building walls or roofs, or sometimes even in branches of other trees, wherever they get some soil and water. Now children, the seeds grow into small plants in the cracks of building walls or roofs, but never grow into a big tree. When these seeds they fall on land and get soil, water and nutrients, then only a plant grows into a big tree. Example of Calatropis, arc or madar. Calatropis is also called as arc or madar, and this grows wild in our neighborhood. This is the flower of Calatropis. I think all of you must have seen this plant. This is the fruit of Calatropis, and when this fruit becomes mature, you can see here so many black seeds. These seeds are small, very tiny, and they have got hair-like structure. Seeds of arc are very tiny and have hair-like attachment with which the seeds move with the wind very easily. Next example is Chilbil. Chilbil is a big tree, and these are the fruits of Chilbil. When the fruits becomes dry, it becomes brown color. These seeds have wing-like structure. You can see the seeds in here in the center and brown colored wing-like structure. So seeds of Chilbil plant has wing-like structure with which seeds fly with the wind. Some more examples of seeds which are carried by wind are, this one is pine. Pine seeds are light and have wings, and the pine trees are usually found in hilly areas. Cotton plants. The seeds of cotton plants are also very light and carried by winds. This is a picture of dandelion, a wild plant which grows in our neighborhood. Dandelion, when becomes dry, the flowers take this white color shape. The seeds of dandelion have hair-like growth. You can see here, hair-like growth. These are the seeds, and they are so light that they fly in the air very easily. This is the samel tree. Samel tree is a big tree with red flowers, and I think all of you must have seen here. This samel tree produces silk cotton. Seeds of silk cotton are very, very light and carried by wind during summers. So these were very common examples of seeds which are carried by wind. Characteristics of seeds dispersed by water. Seeds of plants which grow in or nearby water float away from their parent plants through water currents. How? The fruits are light in weight. They have outer strong shells. They are fibrous and have air pockets. They have heavy food storage for the baby plant. Now let us understand by taking few common examples. First example is of coconut. Coconuts are well known for their ability to float in water because the coconuts have outer fibrous wall with air pockets, and inside the fibrous wall they have got a hard shell and also heavy amount of stored food for the baby plant. When the coconut fruit reaches a seashore, the outer coat decays and the seed germinate. And in this way, one can find large number of coconut trees on the seashore or the river shore. The second example is of lotus and water lily. Both these flowers are water plants, and these flowers make a fruit that are spongy and float in water. This is the fruit in which you can see small seeds in it, and these seeds fall in the water and are very easily carried by the water. Characteristics of seeds dispersed by explosion. Plants which have pods, when dry, the pods burst, explode, and the seeds from inside are thrown out with a force. The expelled seeds are thrown away from the parent plants. The very common example is of this flower that is called as balsam. These are the pods of balsam. As soon as you will touch these pods, they will burst and the seeds are thrown out. Some more examples of explosion. A very common example is ladyfinger, pea, soya bean, French beans. These are all vegetables, and when the pods of these vegetables, when they get dry, they split and the seeds are thrown out from the pods, away from the mother plant. Characteristics of seeds dispersed by animals, birds and human beings. Fruits or seeds which are dispersed by these agents have fleshy pulp just like mango or guava, hook or thorns just like needle grass or burr, velcro like sticky surface. So because of all these three characteristics, the seeds are dispersed by animals, birds and human beings. Fruit or seed dispersal. Fruits which are fleshy are liked and eaten by birds, animals and humans. Animals and birds eat fruits with seeds. Fruits are digested, but seeds are thrown out of their body with fecus or droppings at any other place. Humans eat fruits and vegetables and throw away the seeds. Also, humans carry different kind of seeds from various places to grow in their field or garden. Seeds of edible fruits like mango, guava, cherry, melon, lychee, etc. are dispersed in this way. Now here you can see some animals and birds which eat fruits and they disperse seeds from one place to another. Hitchhiker. Those seeds which get stick to the clothings or on the fur of animals, they are called as hitchhiker. Some fruits or seeds like burr have thorns or velcro-like surface which get entangled in animals' fur or tail and are carried to other places. Sometimes when we go on a walk, the thorny seeds of weeds get stick on our clothing and are carried to other places. Now see these figures in which you can see many type of thorny seeds or the hitchhikers which are entangled in the animal's fur and also which get stick in our clothing or shoes also. Some more examples are xanthium, burdock, punchavine, goosegrass, needlegrass and weeds. These have either thorn-like structure or some sticky surface with the help of which they get entangled or get stick on our clothes and are carried from one place to another. Assignment 2. Who all help seeds to disperse? What are the characteristics of seeds which are dispersed by wind? Give examples. What are the characteristics of seeds dispersed by water? Give examples. Name any two seeds which are dispersed by explosion. Name any two seeds which are called as hitchhikers. How birds and animals help in seed dispersal. Write the answer on the basis of your understandings. With seeds or plants from where? Knowingly or unknowingly, we bring the seeds of plants that we find beautiful or useful to grow them in our garden. Later, the seeds of these plants spread to other places like tomato, potato, and green chili came from South America. Cabbage and pea came from Europe. Green bhindi and coffee came from Africa. Many years later, people may not even remember that these plants did not grow here earlier. They were brought from somewhere else. Native fruits and vegetables. Mango, orange, banana, methi, spinach, brinjal, and radish are the native fruits and vegetables which grew in our country right from the beginning. Summary. Children, you have read in this part that plants are living things but cannot move from one place to another. Seeds move from one place to another. Wind, water, animals, birds, and human beings help seeds to move from one place to another. Some seeds are dispersed by explosion also. Not all fruits and vegetables are native in origin, but some are brought from other countries also. It is very important for seeds to disperse so that fruits and vegetables are available to all people living in different parts of the world. Thank you.